Thank you so very much. It's really a delight and honor to be here this evening, and that we're having this event here in Montgomery County, here in the heart of Montgomery County in Silver Spring. Even if you are not a public official like myself, it is important to be reminded about the current political debate that is occurring in our country. And if you have not had an opportunity to review it, there was an epic discussion on Capitol Hill today. Now, we may not always agree with each other about what is important and who's telling the truth, but as voters, it is our responsibility to educate ourselves on what's important for our families, our communities, our country, our county. The Lifetime Achievement Award goes to a man who continues to bring issues like these to the light. He's a journalist and political analyst who continues to play a necessary role in our democracy. Each time he writes a story, and he's written many, or joins in a discussion, we are really fortunate to hear and see him as he explains these very difficult challenges and issues we face. The winner of the Epic Lifetime Achievement Award is Juan Williams. Let's give a round of applause for Juan.
Mr. County Executive, thank you so much. I'm just thrilled that you're here to present the award, so thank you, my friend. I just want to say to Ike Leggett, though, it was a bit of a subdued introduction. I thought he could have mentioned that I was my high school valedictorian. So what if I was homeschooled? What's the big deal? And I want to thank Montgomery County Media, Community Television, the Epic Awards, a Lifetime Achievement Award. That's pretty daunting. I share a birthday month with my grandson. He's 7, and when I told him I'm 63, he said, "Did you start counting at 1?" Yes, I did. This award goes to an immigrant kid who dreamed of creating content to inform and strengthen my American community. My family, in this case my mother and 3 children, arrived in Brooklyn, New York when I was just 4. We relied on schools, churches, nonprofits, associations, government, small business, and all of that in 21st century Montgomery County is served as partners by Montgomery Community Media. You help them get their message out, their stories out on your platforms. Today, more than 1/3 of your county's residents are immigrants, the highest in the state. And for all children, but especially for immigrant children, I gotta tell you, media is the world. It opens so many doors, eyes for those children. It's so important. When I was a child, I read newspapers. The Gazette was here. My mom was a garment worker, a seamstress in a factory, and she brought me newspapers off the subway. That's how I became aware of politics, why some neighborhoods had good schools, where did the police treat residents as citizens to be protected, and where did they treat them as suspects to be arrested. That curiosity is what led me to become editor of my junior high school newspaper, my high school paper, a college intern in Philadelphia, and then a reporter at the Washington Post. And that county executive, that started my Forrest Gump life in journalism, newspapers to broadcast television, to cable television, to radio, and along the way, writing books with a focus of telling stories, particularly about racial equality and the struggles of people to become part of the American community. For a poor immigrant kid to reach this moment in the company of the legendary Ike Leggett, I am so very grateful for your community, your service to this community, and for your recognition. And most of all, I hope that in some way this can inspire the rising generation of Montgomery County residents, people of multicultural, multiracial, and immigrant backgrounds, to tell their stories, to know that their stories count and will be heard and have some response from community leaders like you who listen and care. Thank you all very much.